CI2JEB.
Yeah, okay then, Martin. Okay. Right, I don't know why I've done this, but I've just decided to stream this little conversation that we're having. So we'll have to see. And I'm actually recording my own voice as well on it, so it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. You know, so I have to be careful what I'm saying because I'm possibly broadcasting to a wider audience. But no, excellent. I will endeavour to go with that open core patcher. And it's certainly, I mean, there's plenty of information out there. And there's quite a bit of stuff on YouTube as well, which I'm going to have a look at, you know, just to try and get me perhaps a little bit more ahead of the game, because there's certain things you have to be familiar with, isn't there, as you're doing it. But no, excellent. So, yeah. Brilliant. And what else can I say? Well, no, I think I ain't going to say anything. I'm going to put it back to you. Yeah, back over to you, Martin. G0OGS.
Yeah, G0OGS, CI2JEB. Yeah, well, that's it. But usually, my coming on the radio is, you know, I'll say basically what I need to say, and you know, if it gets transmitted elsewhere, well, you know, that's still going to be my view. And you know, if I don't want someone to know something, I'm thinking, well, I won't say it at all. So that's the way I roll here. And I'm sure, Steve, you're much the same. I think I'm getting that vibe from you also. So yeah, that's the way to do it. So right, I'm going to have to move, or I think I will be getting out the shovel and then the little bit of disinfectant, and it won't be the dog's fault. She has given me pre-warning, so I'll pass it back to you, Steve. Hopefully Sean won't be too much longer, but I do have to clear. G0OGS, CI2JEB, and 73, Sean, if you're still there.
Yeah, I'm back, Mart. I'll catch you later. Cheers, Martin.
Yeah, okay then, Martin. Yeah, speak to you later on. Enjoy your shovel work, which you might have to do. All right, 73, mate. Catch you further down the line. Okay, Sean, over to you.
Mike 6, X-ray Delta.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Right, guys.
73, I'm off.
Into the decrepit creeper and the womble of Womborne. I thought I'd just call in and say good afternoon to you both. Both sounding well and sounding lovely. From Mike 6, X-ray Delta.
Can I take it, Stephen?
Yeah, you talk to him. You have it, mate.
M6 double XD. G0OOQ. How the devil are you? It's been a while. I was thinking about you the other day because Steve's discovered a new microphone and it's got built-in. It's a Presonus. It's a Presonus mic and it's got built-in software. It's got all that software that's on the Revelator, and I bet you'll buy one, Paul, over.
Well, I actually know that mic. That was the one I looked at. You got the Revelator, haven't you? And whatever that mic is. But yeah, I've seen it before. I mean, it's exactly the same, but with it within the mic. Whatever board they've got, I don't know how they do it. All that jiggery pokery. But yeah, I've seen it. I don't know whether it'd be any better, Sean. I mean, it's you know, I think that whole unit is compromised for using with a radio on certain frequencies, isn't it? You know, when this RF is introduced into the system, then you know it's just a bit of a no-show, really. I don't think I'd spend any more money on a Revelator or Presonus piece of equipment, to be honest with you. I got that Revelator IO24 sat here on top of my my rotor controller, and I keep looking at it thinking it'd come in handy for something, but Really hasn't, and I can't really think of anything I could use it for. I think it's destined to go on eBay, or just give to somebody who'd like something like that. But anyway, never mind. Yeah, you're both sounding good. Both of you were. When I first started listening about 40 minutes ago, you were both, a little bit weaker. But you both got to well over the 9 now, so it's really good. And both sounded good. And EI2JEB as well, Martin, he started to fade out on me. He was a little bit, he was about 5 and 8, 5 and 9, and he just started to disappear near the end. Anyway, hope you're both well. I'll put it over to you, Sean, and thanks for thinking about me. Do you ever think about me at night time when you're on your own and you're feeling a bit lonely? From Mike 6 X-ray Delta.
G000Q. No, I actually don't. I do think about you when I drop the soap in the shower, and that's a very disturbing thought, and that's the only time you pop into my head. But yeah, you're quite right about. I'll tell you what, if I hadn't got any mics, I would actually buy that mic, because I think you get the software with it. I don't think you're going to get RF or any nasties. And Steve actually heard somebody on the air who's using one, and he sounded very good on it, I believe. So, but I'm not going there. I've given my revelator to Louis, my son, and do you know what? I don't think he's used it yet. And if he doesn't use it, I'll be recalling it, because it will end up on eBay. Anyway, it's only good, Paul. I think what you've got is probably as good as anything, isn't it? The EQ from the Ukraine. You're not going to go far. I think it's got a good sound as well, Paul. You're sounding nice here. Right, I better let Steve have a go and see what he's up to before he crawls back into his Womben hole. Around to you, Steve. G0OGS, G0OOQ, the voice of Cressage.
Oh, VOC. Voice of Cressage. Yeah, good afternoon, Paul. I just to get this thing out, I put my cards on the table. I don't really think about you that much. You're just a voice in the radio to me. You know, you're nothing much really. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy our little chats. But I think if I got to speak to you like every day, I think our relationship wouldn't be so lasting. Anyway, it's good to hear you, Paul. So there you go. I'm actually, I will tell you, I'm actually streaming this at the moment, which I haven't done for a while. I don't know why I'm doing it now, so don't ask, because I don't know myself. But I thought I'd just put a bit of a stream up, and I've put my own blooming voice on it as well, so that'll be a mess. I'll have to have a listen to that before we make it too public. But no, good to hear you, Paul. Back to you.
You made me laugh there, Steve. Fair play, mate. I could have done with that little bit of laughter. Yeah, well, you shouldn't think about me too much, Steve, because you can have too much of a good thing, can't you? And then, it spoils it. You have too many, you can buy one jam tart a week and eat it and enjoy it. If you're buying a massive packet every day, it's just going to be rubbish, isn't it? You're just going to get fed up. So, yeah, I like you're working on that, Steve. Yeah, you and Sean, I haven't seen anything new from Sean coming up with these streams. Not for a while, anyway. They're quite interesting, really. I literally, I'm going off subject slightly, but I had a listen round on 40 meters yesterday. I was actually the top 10 meters and 15 meters were good, but they weren't as good as they have been in the last couple of weeks. So I was just sort of like drearily flicking through 40 meters, and some of the behaviour is just unbelievable. Literally, I turned the radio off around about 3 o'clock, and I just left it. And it's just unbelievable, isn't it? Really is unbelievable. It's enough to make you just think, well, what is the point in all this? messing about with bits and pieces to get on and just hear some of that rubbish coming through. Just idiots. So yeah, it's almost, it makes you feel a little bit ashamed, really, to be part of it. You know, not obviously you're not doing anything with it, you know, like what those people are doing, but you just listen to it and think, wow, where's the hobby going? Anyway, yeah, Friday I got back from work with all intentions of getting on the radio, and I was just absolutely knackered. I thought I was going to be coming down with some sort of flu or something. I felt like my entire body had been slapped of all its energy. I just felt like a big wobbly sack of bones and meat. I don't get excited now, Sean. But yeah, you know, I just felt rough. But I was lucky enough. I woke up on Saturday feeling okay. So busy day today. Been doing some DIY in my daughter's bedroom, making a sort of built-in bed unit for her. So I did that early doors, and now I've got a slow cooked piece of silver-side beef in the oven. And I was listening to you guys, and I thought, I'll quickly say hello before I go and prepare my vegetables. So that's what I'm going to go and do now, guys. But good to eat it both. Regarding new equipment as well, I am going to buy my next major purchase for my Radio Shack will be the T-Bone CST 2000 microphone, which is a tube mic, and it's got a little power supply with it. It seems like, I mean, it's not a mega expensive tube mic, it's a couple £100. And I just think I want to give a condenser mic a bit of a try with this, what's it called, UR6QW. As it's got its own phantom power supply inside as well. You can just flick a switch and you get 48 volts, but obviously don't need that. But the microphone that I got off Sean here, the SE2200, there is an intermittent fault with it. I tried it the other day. There's something that just doesn't quite contact inside the XLR plug going into it, and it's like it doesn't work for a period of time, and then it'll just like kick into life, but then it's just like mega loud and that. So I'm going to try something that I can just plug in and try a condenser mic that I know is actually 100% working as it should do, and see how that goes. I think I'm missing a lot of brightness on the top end, openness maybe, that I can't really achieve with this dynamic mic, because it's you have to be close on this mic anyway, don't you? You know, the Rode Procaster. So I work about an inch from the mic. I can turn up the gain, so I could like get the gain up to about here, and I could like back off the microphone a little bit as well. But I just think that just introduces far too much room between me and the microphone. So I always have to run the mic gain down a little bit and then just get up on the microphone. So I want to try and do something with that. So that's what I'm going to be doing and playing around with and messing about with. So sorry to bore you with that, lads. I had to get off my chest though. G0OOQ and G0OGS. I'll pass it back to you, Sean, for any further insults, and then I'll listen for anything else off Steve that can possibly try and make me cry, and then I'll disappear. This is Mike 6, X-ray Delta.
Yeah, very good, G0OOQ. Well, I've just streamed you screaming. I've just streamed you then, Paul. I've started streaming as well. Because if Steve can do it, I can do it. And that people know me these days as the Cressage Commander. Now, the reason I don't stream anymore, well, I do sometimes, Paul. Sort of got a bit booked, because I do it for different reasons. You know, I'm not a streamer. I know some of the guys on here, like Callum and the rest of the crew, they stream, and that's fine. But I just do it for more of a... If I hear somebody with nice audio, or somebody I'm friendly with, and I'm friendly with you, I think, well, he sounds good today, I'll stream that, and then he can have a listen. So that's why I do it. I certainly don't do it to generate like a live show type of thing, you know. if that's my, just like Steve started streaming you now, he's doing it just because he thought you probably got, you sound like a nice boy. So that's my reasoning anyway. But anyway, I'm streaming, coming live here from Cressidge, and hopefully you'll have a listen. Paul, I was positive there was a fault with that mic, because you could literally just blow on it and something would happen. It would, like, something would change. And that's why I said, you have it, you get it fixed. But you've obviously finally discovered a bit of a fault with it, so I don't know. You might be able to get it fixed, you might not. But they're a good mic, they are. There's no doubt about it. I had some good times on that mic. I think it was producing nice audio. And regarding the T-Bone, I'll be really interested to see how you get on with that, because I've heard one or two using them, and they do sound nice. So, yeah, and they're quite bright, so maybe that's the way to go. Anyway, we'll be honest with you. Paul, catch up with you later. I'll pass it round to Steve, see what he's got to say for himself. G0OGS, G0OOQ group.
Yep. Okay. G0 back on the stage. Yeah. Well, I think you sound okay. What you got there, Paul? To be honest with you, I mean, you know, if you're going to, the amount of money I'm talking about there, I understand why you want to do it. You know, a lot of it's down to interest, isn't it? You know, but I think you know, when you spend that sort of money, you ain't going to sound much, but you will sound a bit better. But it all depends where you want to put the value, and I think you're at a brightness where it'd be physically impossible for you to get any brighter. Oh, hang on, I'm talking about someone different now. Now, regarding the microphone now, you know about SE. See, I'll tell you a bit of a story about that. Sean bought that because he knew I'd got one, like. But the trouble is, he ends up buying the council versions. So he done that with the RE20, like, you know. I had an RE20 and he got one, and it's a council version. It's a different colour. He thinks the black one is better, you see. Well, it's not. We know why the black, but there's no need to bore everybody to death about that. But now, going back to what you're doing with the mics there, I mean, I think you sound okay as you are. And you have got the right mentality about, from what bit I know, you'd only be screwing that gain up because you're just opening the room. See, a lot of people don't realise that it's a room, you get room resonance with your voice. And if you're in a bad room, you know when people like sound like they're in the bathroom, that's not the mic or the equipment, it's the room, isn't it? So, you know, not as though we're all going to go out and spend £1 million on sound reinforcement, but it is definitely part of it. So, yeah, and I think with that SE2200, what I was going to say was I'd have a quick look at it. Might be just a dry joint, you know. If it's not working properly now, you've got nothing to lose. I think they come apart quite easily. So, I'd have a quick look and maybe just, you know, just dab the soldering iron around. It might be just a dry joint, you know. So, yeah, excellent, Arno. Right, I think I'm possibly going to want to get out of here now. I'm just looking at how long I've been streaming. I can't see. So, yeah, I'll pop. Oh, well, yeah, I've been streaming for 19 minutes, so I've been on here longer than that. All right, back over to you. Back over to you then, Paul, and I'm probably going to make this a final. M6XXD, G0OGS group.
Yeah, okay, Steve. Yeah, I agree with you. Two conflicting things there you both said, and you're both right. I did sort of. I mean, it's a bit of a funny microphone to take apart, the SE2200. And I was looking at it, and I could see how it was going to happen, but it was I needed to go and get another screwdriver out of the van, so I sort of like left it. But I was playing with the bottom of it, and I could sort of like reproduce the problem. So yeah, like you say, Steve, it's definitely something like that. I have got a really cheap condenser microphone, which I did try for approximately about 28 seconds, and it just sounded rubbish. So that was ages ago, but I just sort of like put that back to one side and thought I'm not even going to bother doing anything with it. Okay, so yeah, I understand the reason why you both do these streams, and it's very pleasant if somebody gets to hear what they're sounding like, and it's a very useful sort of thing to have on board of your toolkit of things to do on radio. So I'd like to have done that with the Revelator IO24, but unfortunately that didn't work out. But I don't think it's worked out very well for many people, so I don't feel too bad about it. Boy, Steve, lovely to hear you, and you're sounding superb. I've been listening all the way through with my Sony 7506 studio monitoring headphones attached to my massive suite, and yeah, you sound lovely, really good quality, got a nice, a lovely sort of mid to low range that just trickles in my ears and warms up my eardrums like a big hug, like the ones I get off Sean when I go and see him. It's a manly hug. It's not anything, anything a bit, it's all above board, but it feels nice, It just feels like you're home. So and Sean, I'll be definitely wanting to come round and get one of those aforementioned hugs off you soon, mate, and come and see you and the wonderful Jane. But anyway, enjoy the rest of the afternoon, guys. I'm going to go and peel some potatoes and do some other interesting, wonderful things like that to make sure that everyone gets their Sunday lunch on time. So thanks very much, guys, and good to hear you. M6XXD, G000Q, and G0OGS, aka the Crescent Creeper. He'll creep up on you and do awful things if you're out after 12 o'clock. And the Womble of Womble. I mean, what is there else to say? There isn't anything else I could say. So
He's completely mad.
23.
Yeah, I'll pick it up. Jesus, I'm double oaking. Yeah, okay, yeah. But when you come round, please don't bring the bar or so. I'm not that way inclined. Although I wouldn't mind having a good look at your T-bone. Right, that would be interesting. Paul, happy cooking, and have a good day over.
Cheers, Sean. 73. See you later, Steve.
Yeah, I'll catch you later. The Fanny Craddock of Shrewsbury. Enjoy your tater peeling. It's not the best of jobs, but somebody has to do it, doesn't it, Paul? And you're the man. Yeah, okay, speak to you soon, and don't expect any hugs off me, mate. I ain't like that. All right, have a good afternoon, 7-3, man. Thanks for calling in. Catch you later.
Catch you later, Steve. Sounds pretty good.
Well, that was entertaining, Steve. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's I was going to pick up something that you said, actually, about him being a nice boy. But I find something really, what's the words I'm after? Creepy about saying, oh, you're a nice boy. There's something a bit like, there's something a bit Catholic about it, you know what I mean?
I think somebody's tuning there. They might be joining us. Nothing wrong with Catholics, Steve. I'm married to one. Well, he is a nice boy. He's very, very nice. And he's awful as well, isn't he? Over.
Oh, right, okay. That's Dick Emery, isn't it? Oh well, yeah. You got to. I'll tell you what. If you ain't got a sense of humour, you might as well just just lock yourself away. It keeps us going these days. Even if it's a bit of dark humour, It's just a form of entertainment. Mind you, I was out last night in the pub, and one thing I did notice, there's a lot of guys in there which I don't think they're gay, but this new modern this modern world, this new world, this world that we live in now. You know, you get a lot of guys. They get very sensitive, and they want to hold each other and that, like, you know, want to hug each other. I mean, that never used to go on, did it? Well, not as I can remember, Sean.
Well, I've not got an issue with it at all, Steve, to be honest, but I'd sooner that they keep it private, just like I'd sooner a straight couple keep it private. You know, me and Jamie were never one for walking into the local and having a big snog at the bar and touchy-feely. I mean, that used to go on afterwards at the back of the toilet, you know. It doesn't need to be on show, Steve, does it, though?
Oh God, no, God, no, of course it doesn't. And that can equally be, you know, a little bit awkward to watch. I always find it funny when a bit of that goes on and somebody, you know, somebody shouts out from the rear, "Oh, get a room!" I'm sure you've heard that one.
Oh crikey, yeah. I mean, when Louis comes down with his partner, sometimes they'll be in the same room and they'll share a kiss or a hug, and I'll go, "Do you mind?" And Nora will go, "No, I don't mind at all. I want him." And I get that, but no, it's you don't want to see two people eating themselves, do you? When you go out for a pint.
Well, no, but I guess there's worse things to see. I don't know. We're just old, mate. Because we don't have it, you see. There's a little bit of jealousy kicking in there. I don't think I used to do it, though, when I was of that sort of age or capable of wanting to do that anyway. Anyway, look, your signal's going down a bit, and not only that, I think I better move my backside. I need to think about taking these dogs out, Sean.
Yeah, very good. Anyway, I've had a happy session. I've got no RF, that's gone. Because if I did have you, Paul would have told me. I've been taxing the linear a little bit. I'm running about 350 watts. And all seems good in the world. Your signal's gone down as well. By the way, I have been live streaming for about the last 10 minutes, Steve, so you've not quite got away with that one. And next time I'm looking at your stream, I want to see your face. I want to see you there in your string vest and egg yolk dripping down the front, and it's all part of the service. I want to see you full on streaming, Steve, over.
Yeah, okay. Well, if I do decide to put a camera on myself, which is highly unlikely, I'm not. My amount of vanity doesn't stretch that far. It would be an obvious thing to do, though, wouldn't it? You know, sit there with a string vest on, with some egg stains, possibly a beanie hat, with my call sign on there, and all of that. You know, it seems to be part and parcel of everything else that goes on. All right, then. I'm gonna go. I think I'll speak to you later. The weather's the same as what it was when I first looked out the window. So, but I can't. The thing is, it goes dark so early, doesn't it? You know. You know, I don't want to be. I don't want to be out walking the dogs in the dark. So I better get me backside into gear, Sean. Yeah.
Yeah, G0GS, G0OOQ. Okay, Steve, I get that. It's not long. It's actually raining here now. It's all turning slushy. Although it's still white, it's slushy white. It's horrible. Yeah, you'll have to let me know where you get the embroidered beanie hat from. I could do with one of those for when I'm streaming. All right, Steve. Speak soon, and yeah, take it easy. We'll catch up later, no doubt. 7-3 for now.
Yeah, okay. Well, you could always wear your flex hat, couldn't you? You know, your baseball cap with flex on it, you know. That looked quite good. Very American style. But I mean, that's it. Or I could wear my red baseball cap, because I'm a Trump supporter, you see. All right, 7-3, I'm out of here. This is G0OGS. Bye.
Cheerio. Just listening briefly. Anybody else about G0OOQ, Shropshire?
Mexico 1, Golf Sierra X-ray.
Oh, good afternoon. How are you today?
Hey, pal. I'm all right, mate. Yeah, not too bad. How are you, Sean? All right? Keeping well?
Yeah, all's good here. Just chewing the fat. We've had Paul on, XXD, and Steve. I don't know, been gassing for about an hour. And Martin, JB a little bit earlier. But yeah, good to hear you. Good to hear you, over.
Excuse me, I was just having a mouthful of coffee there. Yeah, I put the radio on earlier on this morning. I had to go out and help a pal who was had battery problems, so I had to go and start his car for him. And then I come back, had a bit of lunch, and put the radio on. But before I put the radio on, I just flicked off to YouTube and saw you were live. I thought, oh well, I know exactly where I'm going. So it'll give me a good taster of what this microphone. So fingers crossed now. I've got it nicely set up with a lot of help from yourself and also Nigel, EI8, I think his call is. I'll have to find him. I think you might know him actually. Yeah, I've just got it sounding quite nice. I'm hoping that you get your approval, Sean. Back to you, M1 GSX.
It does. I heard you. Was it yesterday? However, I will say this. You actually sound as if you've got a bit of a cold. Am I right in thinking that?
You are bob on. Absolutely smack on the nose, my friend. Yeah, I came down with this day before yesterday. And yeah, it started off as it usually does. Starts off with a bit of a nose cold, and end up going down the throat. And now I've got the start of, I think, I've got asthma, Sean, and I struggle with my breathing, and whenever I get a cold, it always goes straight on my chest. So it's not that far away from that now, but it's all right. It's not stopping me, keeping me off the radio, Sean. Over.
Yeah, it sounds like. Well, when I roughly give you them settings, I said they need tweaking. They did, we didn't really commit to it, did we? But yeah, it does. It sounds smooth. I'd leave it well alone. To be fair, I wouldn't grumble at that. But I could tell you've got a cold because you sounded just a bit different from was it yesterday or the day before I heard you? So yeah, sounding good, sounding nice, Ian. Although a little bit like Malcolm. Do you remember the Vicks advert? Oh, I don't know whether that's a compliment or not. But no, as far as the microphone goes, leave it alone is the best thing. I'm not getting you massively strong, I'll be quite honest. But you sound good. I'm wondering what bandwidth you're running there, because it's a little bit not a massive giveaway given the signal strength I'm getting from you at the moment, over.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit like Malcolm at the moment, to be honest with you. I'm on 4K at the moment, but you're only an S7 to me, so we must be just in that kind of off spot at the moment. Yeah, you're S7, you peaked S8 on that last one. So, yeah, I'm on 4K at the moment, Sean. Over.
Yeah, well, right now you're on the 9, and you was a little bit over that, as you'll see on the stream. I'm wondering what power you're in. What am I doing? I'm down to just under 200 watts now, and I'm not running any preamps or what do you Yacer call them, IPOs. It's all flat coming in, and I've got a lovely low noise floor, so I'm getting you good. And I've just opened up to 4K on receive, and yeah, it does sound nice. So yeah, I'm glad you're in a good place with that microphone, and hopefully it's not been too taxing, and you probably will continue to twiddle as time goes on, because you'll discover other things to twiddle with, Ian, over.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to touch it, because if I do, then that'll end up, you're kind of down that rabbit hole I'm trying to avoid. Are you a member, Sean, of this group? I was speaking to Nigel, some of the other lads that do the old, mess about with all the racks and whatever. EI8, ITB, and I think your pal Tony, is it? I forget his other name. Not Tony. Oh, I can't remember. M0. I was speaking to the both of you the other day. I think they're all members of a group, a WhatsApp group. Are you a member of that, Sean?
Oh, I'm a member of lots of WhatsApp. No, not WhatsApp groups. They won't allow me in, I'm afraid. No, I'm probably not, to be fair. I don't do too much WhatsApping. Enough going on, and sometimes it's a little difficult for me with getting to the phone quick enough, So no, I'm not a member. But I talk to one or two of them, but generally I don't do groups. So that's the answer to that.
Yeah, all good. Do excuse me, I was just having a mouthful of coffee. No, the only reason I asked is I've got to email Nigel about it, and I'm looking perhaps to get some advice, and not this year, it won't be anytime soon, but maybe early next year. I was just going to kind of invest in my first piece of EQ equipment. I just something that can be a bit of an all-round improvement, maybe, possibly, and I just wanted to know what you would recommend, but yeah, it can be left for another day. I'm not in any rush anyway, but that's, I think, the next purchase, Sean. Back to you.
Well, I've tried to stay out of it because it is a rabbit hole. I mean, I'm running a mic preamp, but I do think the Yaesu parametric. I mean, you hear people on the bands, and you hear some really good audio of people not using anything. Just purely the parametric EQ which you're doing. But there's loads of ways to go about it, Ian. Some of the guys sound lovely running rack gear. Tony's got a good sound, I like him. Some of the others have, and some of the others haven't. I mean, look at Paul XXD. See, that's a good one to try. That EQ box from the Ukraine. I mean, that's a brilliant bit of kit. Everything in a little box. Well, pretty much everything anyway. And it all depends what you want to do and where you want to go, and just do your research before you go diving in. That's all I can say over.
M1 GSX returning. Yeah, I might give him a buzz or give him a shout through Messenger later and just see what he is using that little box. But I don't want to go spending a fortune. But yeah, it's just something to tinker with, isn't it? But yeah, I know. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I'll be honest. I've had some good reports since I bought the mic. It was a good investment. The mic and the boom cost me £35. It was only 20 quid. This mic, or under 20. And then I went and spent 60 odd quid on cables. So I think it was £64, £64.95 or something. Admittedly, I got the hand switch, which I'm using now, and also the foot switch, and then all the cables that connect to the Yaesu all made up. So, I could have, perhaps had a crack at that myself, but I'm just bone idle, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, all good. Yeah, you're 10 over now, Sean. You've improved a hell of a lot since. It must be just the conditions, I think. I haven't even got the amp on, just 100 watts at the moment. I was thinking about putting the amp on. But I might warm it up. I'll have to get up on the next one and turn it on at the back. Back to you.
Yeah, G000Q. You went down to about an S7 then, and then back up to about an S9. You don't need the amp. I mean, I was running the amp. I was talking to Steve and trying to do a few RF tests. That's why I'm running power. And I think that's why he started streaming. So I'll have a listen to that, and I'll probably have a listen to mine later. But you're sounding very good, honestly. And I totally get it. The hobby is about experimentation, so don't let anyone put you off. And you can do things on the cheap, can't you? You can pick up items on eBay. Rack gear is pretty cheap on eBay, doesn't it? If you buy it new, it can be a bit pricey. But I certainly wouldn't dismiss what Paul's bought. I mean, I had that was chalk and cheese when he went over to that. You know, he got a lovely sound from that UR6QW, I think it's called, or UR8QW. It's a EQ box. It's got everything on it, and there's some great reviews and tutorials on YouTube. So have a look at that and have a think. And whatever, and like Paul's still experimenting, just like I'm still experimenting, and Steve, we all still keep experimenting, but you've just got to be a bit careful and don't do anything in haste, or don't buy anything in haste, because there's people out there trying to rip you off, you know. So good stuff, yeah, excellent, and I'm glad, you know. I think stepping up to a boom arm and a studio type mic is a jump forward, isn't it? It's progress, because they're very good. I mean, I use this on box all the time, and it's my preferred way of operating. I've got dodgy hands, so box is the way to go for me. I don't use a PTT. I'm pretty sure I've got the same lead as you've got a Heil lead plugged into this Yancey. No doubt about it. They are a quality item, although they are overly expensive for what they do, and it's got the connector on it for a barrel, PTT and all that business. But I ain't got one plugged in. I just use box, or I manually hit the MOX button with the mouse. That's my preferred way of operating it. But yeah, to go back to a standard mon, crikey, I just couldn't do that over.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. No, I thought, well, you know, the foot pedal was $14.99, and this hand switch, I think that was $18.99. I thought, you know, if I'm going to do it now, and then I'm going to want a foot switch, I'm going to end up having to pay postage on that and then messing about. I thought, you know, I'll just order it now and it's done then, isn't it? But I'll be honest with you, I have been using the box lately. I find it quite easy. The only problem is my family just burst into the shack and just start gassing up me. My daughter's terrible for it. Do you know what I mean? And with the box on, you know, I'm going to the shop, Dad. Oh, right, okay, yeah. You know what I mean? Do you want anything? No, shush. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah, we'll see. I've got 20 seconds. I'm just going to warm this amp up. I just want to... the only reason I'm doing it, I just want to see if there's much of a difference. I can listen to this back, because I know you're streaming. I'll come back on the next one. I might have to tune up again. Yeah, 5 seconds. So I'll just flick over to this amp, Sean, and then I can have a little listen to that. Back to you, mate.
I'll stand by and see if we can do a quick A and B. Four, 3, 2, 1.
Well, hang on a minute. I always worry about this. I don't know when I'm going to. It seems to be all right. Let me just look. Yeah, everything else. Let me just bear with me. One, 2, 3, 4. SWR. Are you behaving yourself? 1.3, 1.4, 1.3. That seems to be all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mic 1, Golf Sierra X-Ray. That should be a little bit louder, Sean, isn't it?
Yeah, less noise. Not a great leap with the signal meter, because, you know, you was sort of over the 9, but definitely called out the sort of background trashy bit of noise that was going on with your 100-watt transmission. So yeah, thumbs up really, to be honest, over.
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Wonderful. Yeah, I'll give Paul a shout. Actually, I might send him a text. And no doubt it's a Sunday today, so he's going to be contemplating a roast lamb joint, knowing him. He's a pretty good cook from what I've heard. And yeah, there'll be roast lamb in the oven with all the trimmings, and he'll have a special gravy on the go and all kinds. So yeah. Righto, Sean. Well, I'm going to shoot, and I'm going to go and listen to that back now, if that's all right with you. I'll leave the frequency with you. I'll probably just stay on the side here and but I want to go and have a little listen to that, see it's so much different. Right, all the best. I'll be glad to get rid of this cold, but otherwise I'll probably catch you in the week, mate. Back to you.
Yeah, I just opened the 12K router filter up there, so it just brightens up a little bit more. I sort of flip between the two, but for the sake of the stream, you can hear it. So yeah, no problems at all. No problems at all. Yeah, speak to Paul. I think he's actually peeling spuds as we speak. That's what his next task was to be. My LC's dropped down. Why is that? I'll have a look at that in a minute. All right then, yeah, good stuff, Ian. Nice to talk. M1 GSX G0OOQ. Cheerio.
Yeah, take care, mate. No worries. Yeah, I'll give him a shout in a bit and send him a message. No doubt you'll probably be a couple of beers in by now, so be a nice and tuck it into them spuds. Righto, Sean. Thanks a lot anyway, and I'm going to have a little listen now. Take care. 7.3 M1 GSX going clear.
Yeah, nearly 20 over.
Nice. Yeah, you're 10 over now. I think the conditions are a lot of it, isn't it? Doesn't help sometimes. Okay, pal. No worries. I'm going to listen to myself now. I sound like this blooming awful cold. Take care, mate.